Hello and welcome to your very first Python programming. I believe you must be very excited to learn your first lesson. Now, before we begin, you are going to need a software to run your codes, to compile your codes, okay? To do that, I have two links here, one for Windows user and one for Mac users. The link I've also put in the description box below, so you can click on the link and install in your computer. Now, if you do not want Python to be installed into your own devices, you can use a web-based compiler. Also in the description box below, I have placed a link to this website where you can use this website to compile the codes that we would practice for this lesson. A key point, it would be nice if you can log in using your own Google account so you could save your projects. Another key point would be make sure the language that you choose would be Python 3. If you choose other languages and you run using a Python language on a different compiling platform, you would get yourself into a lot of error. So once you have done that, let's begin. Variables. So as a start, you need to know what is a variable and how to declare a variable and how to manipulate the values inside a variable. Now, to visualize what is a variable, basically, if you can imagine this box in your head, this box is a variable. And in this case, the name of the variable is name. And the value it holds, the value that's inside the box, is called Samia. So to help you visualize a little bit better, okay, this is the variable called name, which holds the value Samia. Help you visualize better, imagine this blue box. Okay, so this blue box is a variable, and now I'm going to name the variable name, and inside this variable called name is the word Samia. So the variable name holds the value Samia. So when we talk about variable, it would help if you can visualize or envision a box at the back of your head, and the value would be placed inside the box. So how to declare your variable in Python? First, you need to know the format. The variable name, okay, is on the left hand side and the value is on the right. So there are rules. All your variables name cannot have spaces. Your values that contain alphabets or letters must be kept in speech marks, and the value that contain numbers do not need speech marks. So let's try this in Python. I'm going to remove this for now, and let's have a variable called zodiac. So this zodiac is going to have the variable Capricorn, let's say. Okay, now if the variable holds a number, let's say age, for instance, you just put a number. But what happens, let's say for example you want a variable that has both numbers and alphabet. So for example, I'm going to use password equals to, now because it holds both numbers and alphabet, you must have it in a speech mark. So let's say my password ABC123. This is one of the worst passwords ever in the world, but for this program we'll create ABC123 as password. The age is 12. Notice that there's no speech mark, and anything with letters all have speech marks. Now if I click run, you would see blank, because what I did is just tell Python to create 3 boxes, and the first one you call it zodiac, in the value is Capricorn. The second box is age, the value is 12. The third variable box is password, and the value is ABC123. That's all I did. I didn't ask it to do anything else, which is why it was blank. Now, how do we view the contents of a variable? To do that, we need to use a function called print. So there's an instruction that we tell Python that, could you print, okay, could you print, and the parameter is what to print. So let's try something basic, for example, hello world. Here in line 4, I'm going to say print hello world. And if I click run, it will only print hello world. And if I want to print the value of zodiac, all I say is print zodiac. When I run, it will still show me hello world at the bottom here and the word Capricorn, because I asked to print the value. Now be very careful here, the print must start with a small p. If let's say I change it to a big capital P and run, it would tell me that there is an error in line 5 where the word print is not defined, because the word print with a capital P to Python would be a different meaning altogether. So make sure you have to use a small p for the function print, and the zodiac has to be exactly the same as the zodiac you declared. So if I change this zodiac to a small z, again it would not run because zodiac is not defined. The zodiac you define starts with a capital Z, so you have to maintain using a capital Z as well. Okay, so let's give a few more tries. What happens when you print the variable, or as you've seen earlier, we made a mistake. Instead of capital, we have a small letter. We're going to add speech marks to our variable and see what happens. And then we can now try to print a string of sentence with a variable involved. So I'm going to remove this for now, and I start name as Samia. The age is 12, and I'm going to print, let's try this, and print name. So we've got 3 things here. One is Samia, one is name, and name. And oh, one more, print. We'll see what happens. So first time I click run, it tells me there's an error in line 3. When there's an error, they will tell you where it is. So the error is in line 3 because I did not tell them what Samia means, because to them this is a variable. Samia should be a variable, but we have not told them what is the value inside, so it doesn't work. Now I'm going to remove that. I'm going to run again. Now we've got problem in line 6, because in line 6 the name is not defined, but we did declare name up here at the top, but this name starts with a capital N, and this one here starts with a small n. Even though when you look at it, it looks the same, but to a computer, especially to Python, name with a capital N and a small n is 2 different things altogether. So now I'm going to remove the bottom one and run again. I get both Samia and Samia because the variable name holds the value Samia. The instruction in line 4 is just to tell them print Samia. In line 5, I'm telling them print the value of the variable name. So what happens if I want to merge them? So hello U, comma, name. Then I could put you are, comma, age, comma, years old. Now, when I click run, I get, hello Samia, you are 12 years old. So there you have it. Now, be reminded, Python codes are case sensitive. Now, what happens if you want to change the value? In this example here, we're going to change Samia's age to 20, and we're going to change the name Samia name to Sudirman. So, enter a new line. You could skip, or you could actually, you don't have to skip lines. It's just I added in out of habit to make it look neat and tidy. So I'm going to have a new name. I'm still good, sorry, not a new name, but the variable is still the same. So imagine I have the same box. I take out the name Samia and I put the name Sudirman in there. Then I have the box age, and now I change it to 20. So when I print again, and run, I get, hello Samia, you are 12 years old. Then hello Sudirman, you are 20 years old. So when I run my program, from line 1 up until line 4, the variable name still holds the word Samia. The moment I reach line 5, I have changed the value of name from Samia to Sudirman. So once I'm here in line 7, 8, and all the way to the end of my program, the computer will only remember that name is Sudirman. The value Samia and the value 12 for name and age has been removed totally. Now here's a task I would like you to try. For those of you who would like to try on your own independently, you could stop the video and give this a go. If you still think you would like some assistance, please continue watching this video as I will show you how to complete this task. Okay, so let's try with our task. First, we need to create a new Python file. Then in row 1, we type in your name and class as a comment. So if you have a single line comment like this, you use a hashtag. And if you want more than one line, you use a triple quote. Comment in between this triple quotes here, triple speech marks here, sorry. Triple speech marks here would turn green because it's a comment. So if you have a bulk comment, then you use speech marks. If you have a single line, a hashtag will do. You can still use a triple speech marks or triple quotes for a single line comment, but again, it's up to you. This is the freedom of Python. I prefer it this way. And we're going to declare a variable called fruits and assign any fruit. So we have fruits, and I'm going to name, I'm going to use back this example here, durian, but again, it's up to you. You may use a different fruit. And the second one is a quantity with a number. So a quantity and a number. I'm going to use 12. And I'm required to print the value of fruits and quantity. How are you going to print? The most basic would be print fruits and print quantity. You can try it like this. This is the most basic method. Alternatively, you can also use print both of them in one same function. Fruit, comma, quantity. You will still get the same result, but on a different line. So let me show this one to you first. I'm going to run this, fruits and quantity, see, durian 12. If I use this one, I get durian and 12 in 2 different lines. Of course, if you want to make it nicer, you could always add a description. Okay, fruit name colon spacebar and quantity available speech mark. Oh, don't forget the comma. Okay, and run. Now I get something like, right, I've got durian, the fruit name is durian, and the quantity available is 12. So the freedom is yours. You could use any method that you feel comfortable with. Then the next part, number 6, is change it to watermelon. Set it to 0, the quantity to 0, and print it again. So I am going to, I could just copy and paste, no problem with that. Change it to, what was it? Watermelon, and I'm going to set it to 0, and when I run, I get durian, quantity available 12, fruit watermelon, quantity available 0. Okay, now how you upload your file. So make sure you have logged in with your email account so you could save your project. So first, again, a quick reminder, make sure that you are on Python 3 compiling platform. Click the save button when you're done. They will prompt you to name your project. To make things consistent, put your name, your class, and label lesson number at the back of it. Then click the share button. They will give you codes where you click click copy paste onto the assignment link in your Google Classroom, where you click add link, paste the link, add it in, and wait for the hand in button to turn color before you click your submit button. Once it's ready, you can click hand in.